In today's video, we're comparing Mercury and Chase, two platforms that offer very different approaches to managing business finances. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you're a startup founder or small business owner trying to decide whether to stick with a traditional bank like Chase or switch to a digital platform like Mercury, this video will give you the clarity that you need. We're going to walk through how they each work, the biggest differences, and which one makes more sense for the way modern business runs today. Whether you're solo or scaling, the decision you make here could save you a ton of time, money, and stress in the future. Let's get into it. So first off, what Mercury and Chase are. So Mercury is a financial technology company built specifically for startups and small businesses. It gives you access to business checking and savings accounts, debit cards, wire transfers, and other financial tools, all designed to be simple, fast, and digital first. Mercury is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided through Choice Financial Group, column NA, and Evolve Bank and Trust, members FDIC. Chase, on the other hand, is one of the largest traditional banks in the US. It offers business banking services across the country, including in-person branches, mobile banking, and a wide range of financial products, from business loans to credit cards to merchant services. So the core difference is in the model. Mercury is digital only and built specifically for modern startups. Chase, on the other hand, is a traditional bank with physical branches and a much wider footprint. Now let's dive into the key features of each, starting off with Mercury. So Mercury is designed to keep things super simple, especially for online businesses, tech startups, and remote first teams. When you set up your business account through Mercury, you'll get checking and savings accounts that you can access entirely online. You can also create multiple sub-accounts to organize your cash flow, like separating money for taxes, operations, or team expenses. Mercury includes free domestic and international wire transfers in USD. This is a huge plus, especially if you're paying remote contractors or global vendors. Traditional banks typically charge a fee for every wire transfer, so Mercury's fee-free model helps save costs over time. You also get access to both physical and virtual debit cards. The Mercury debit cards are issued by Choice Financial Group, column NA, and Evolve Bank and Trust, members FDIC, pursuant to licenses from MasterCard. These can be issued to team members with custom limits, making it easy to manage team spending. For those managing larger balances, Mercury offers a treasury product that lets you earn yield on idle funds. This is helpful for startups that have raised funding and want to make the most of their cash reserves. Mercury Treasury is offered by Mercury Advisory LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. This communication does not constitute an offer to sell or the solicitation of any offer to purchase any security. Funds in Mercury Treasury are subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal invested, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Please see full disclosures at mercury.com/treasury. Mercury Advisory is a wholly owned subsidiary of Mercury Technologies. So Mercury also integrates with popular tools like QuickBooks, Zapier, and offers a developer-friendly API. So if you want to automate or customize parts of your financial operations, you totally can. Now let's dive into some of the key features of Chase. So Chase brings the full weight of traditional banking to your business. When you open a business account with Chase, you get access to physical branches, ATMs, and the ability to do things in person when needed. Chase business checking accounts comes in several tiers, each with different limits and fee structures. The more you deposit and maintain in balances, the more features you unlock, including fee waivers and access to treasury or merchant services. One key advantage of Chase is the access to business credit cards and lending products. If you're looking to build business credit, Chase gives you options to apply for credit lines, business credit cards, and even term loans all under one roof. Chase also includes mobile banking, cash deposit options, and merchant processing tools for in-person businesses. While Chase does have a mobile app and online dashboard, it's not as modern or startup focused as Mercury's interface. It's more traditional and often built for a broader range of business types. Now let's talk about the pricing and fees overview. This is where the differences between Mercury and Chase become very clear. Mercury has no maintenance fees, no minimum balance requirements, no overdraft fees, and no charges for domestic or international USD wire transfers. There are also no fees for issuing debit cards or using basic account features. Chase, by contrast, charges monthly fees on most business checking accounts unless you meet certain conditions. These fees typically range from $15 to $30 per month, depending on the account type. You can waive these fees by maintaining minimum balances or meeting activity thresholds, but that can be difficult for smaller or newer businesses. Wire transfers with Chase usually come with fees, so sending a domestic wire can cost around $25 and international wires can go way higher. There are also fees for overdrafts, return payments, and sometimes even for cash deposits over certain limits. So if your business does a lot of transfers transfers or doesn't keep high balances, Mercury can save you a significant amount of money in banking fees over time. Now let's go over some of the pros and cons, starting off with Mercury. So Mercury is ideal for US-based startups that value simplicity, automation, and cost transparency. The biggest benefit is the fee structure. There are no surprise charges or maintenance fees, and wire transfers do not carry fees when sent in USD. If you work with international contractors or remote teams, this feature alone can save you thousands annually. The digital dashboard is another strength. Mercury is easy to navigate, fast, and built with a modern design. You don't need to visit a branch or wait on hold to handle your business finances. Everything is handled online. You also get access to tools like Treasury for growing your reserves, integrations for syncing your books, and developer tools if you want to build something custom. The downside is that Mercury is only available to US registered businesses. So if you're not incorporated in the US, you won't be able to use it. Mercury also doesn't support foreign currency accounts or cash deposits. And if you're someone who prefers in-person service, Mercury won't be a fit since it has no branches or physical presence. Now some of the pros and cons of Chase. Chase is a good fit if your business depends on in-person transactions, cash deposits, or physical banking services. One of the biggest advantages is access to a wide range of financial products. If you need a credit card, a loan, or merchant processing, you can get those all with the Chase ecosystem. This can be helpful if you want to keep everything under one financial institution. Chase also has thousands of branches and ATMs across the US, which does make it convenient for traditional businesses or those who need face-to-face banking. However, the biggest drawback with Chase is the fees. Most accounts come with monthly maintenance fees, wire fees, and other small charges that can add up really quickly. You can waive some of them by meeting certain conditions, but that's not always possible for newer or smaller businesses. Another downside is the user interface. So while Chase has improved its digital experience, it's not as modern or intuitive as Mercury. If you value speed and clarity in your dashboard, Mercury will likely feel better. If you want to check out Mercury, I've left their link down in the description below. With that link, if you deposit $10,000 in the first 90 days, you can actually get $250 cash. So which one should you choose? If your business is fully online, remote first, or focused on scale and automation, Mercury is definitely the better fit. It's built for the way startups operate, lean, efficient, and digital. You may save money on fees, get access to free wires, and benefit from a dashboard that makes financial management easier, not harder. If your business needs physical branches, works heavily with cash, or relies on face-to-face customer service, Chase could be the better choice. It gives you access to credit cards, loans, and in-person services, which are valuable for more traditional businesses. For some founders, the ideal setup is honestly using both. You might use Chase for lending products or access to physical branches, and Mercury for day-to-day operations, remote team management, and international payments. But if you're a digital business that values clarity, speed, and cost efficiency, Mercury will likely serve you better. Again, if you want to set up an account, use our exclusive link down in the description below. It helps support the channel, and we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you if you do apply through that link. I know how hard it can be to choose the right tools when you're building a business. You want to stay lean, but you also want things to work. And honestly, the wrong banking setup can create a lot of friction in your operations. What I love about Mercury is that it was clearly built by people who understand what it's like to run a modern startup. It doesn't get in your way, it just works, and it helps you focus on what matters most. Whichever platform you go with, just make sure it's something that actually supports the way you work. Your business deserves systems that make it easier to grow. Okay, you guys, that wraps up this video. This channel is dedicated to helping freelancers, founders, and small business owners build smarter businesses with tools that actually work. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments or questions below about Mercury, Chase, or setting up your financial systems. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.